Hello and welcome to week 3 of our pelvic floor focused series of classes this month. Today I have for you another Yin class where we'll be going deep into the fascia of the hips and pelvic region. So let's get started today, just finding a comfortable lying position on our backs, bringing the soles of the feet together to take our Supta Baddha Konasana, or Reclined Butterfly pose. Noticing the sensations through the groin and the hips as the knees fall gently away to the sides. And then bring your awareness to the breath, beginning to simply check in with yourself, taking inventory of the state of your body, your mind, and emotions. Take a few more slow and deep breaths here as you set your intention for today's practice. Breathing deep into that low belly space and extending the exhale, allowing all the air to leave the lungs. All right, now in your own time, gently extend the legs once more, and then turn onto your side and meet me seated at the center of the mat for our next pose. We are now going to take our seated butterfly forward fold. So again, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, and here you can move the heels closer toward the body to go deeper into the groin, or to make it a little easier, we can move the feet away from the body. Now to begin, it's important to make sure that you're sitting tall with a straight back, especially in that low back. So if you feel like you are a little slumped in that low back, round it out. I really recommend getting a prop like a pillow, a bolster, rolled blanket, anything you can find around the house to just sit on the edge of in order to tilt your pelvis forward a little bit, giving your hips a little bit of tilt so that you can begin to lean forward slightly with that straight back to make this more effective. Once you have found that position with the tall spine, then with your next exhale, begin to fold from the hips, first with that straight back, and then if your body is allowing you, go ahead and melt forward, forehead, chest, reaching toward the mat. Maybe the arms are just resting passively. Maybe you're holding onto your feet. But the idea here is that we want to relax into the pose, releasing tension, allowing gravity to sink us in a little deeper. As we're here, continue to breathe deeply into that low belly space, using that long and slow exhale to help your muscles relax a little more, to help you go a little deeper into the pose, a little deeper into surrender. With our Yin practice, we want to find stillness in our poses. Once we find our edge, so that place where we feel an effective but not painful stretch happening, then we stay there. We just allow the body to relax into the pose. And so the only times we really want to move once we're in the pose is if our body is telling us to back off, if there's pain or it's too intense that you can't control that breath, or if you can go deeper into the pose to find a new edge. So wherever you're at, find focus there, coming back to that anchor of the breath. We have 1 minute left here. I'm going to leave you in silence so you can practice going inward, getting out of the mind and listening to the wisdom of the body. Wonderful job, you guys. When you are ready with your next exhale, gently roll the spine back up, one vertebrae at a time. Taking a breath here, allowing that spine to reneutralize, allowing that fascia to slowly come back. Then when you're ready, let's go ahead and extend the right leg, keeping that left foot bent in toward the right inner thigh. Take an inhale, reaching your left arm up overhead. As you exhale, begin to bend to the right. Left arm reaching toward that right foot. So now we're going deeper into that left hip and side body, as well as into the groin here. Inhale deep into the belly, inviting relaxation into the body, into the mind. And exhale fully and slowly, letting go of tension, letting go of resistance, letting go of the ego, of all worries or concerns. Just simply finding a peaceful presence dwelling right here in this very moment. Continue to stay anchored to that breath. We have just a few more breaths left on this side. Let's take one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently find a neutral position with the spine once more, allowing that left arm to drop back to the side. And we're going to simply extend the left leg and bring the right foot in toward the left inner thigh now. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine, finding that tall position, right arm reaching up. And exhale as you take a side bend. Right fingertips reaching toward the left toes this time, maybe allowing the hand to rest behind the base of the skull if it's difficult to hold your arm in this position. Inhale as you open the chest up toward the sky, and exhale, extending maybe a little further to the left, finding a new edge. Feeling the opening happening through the hip, through the side body, maybe the low back, between the intercostal muscles, those muscles between the ribs, and even through the shoulder. Inhale, feeling the breath expand within you, stretching like a balloon. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, finding peace in this moment. And exhaling into surrender. Mind staying focused on the breath, committed to being present. Just a few more breaths left here. With your next exhale, you can once again release that top arm, returning to a neutral spine. And in your own time, find your way onto your back for a short rebound. Gently tucking those shoulder blades down and back. Arms at the sides, palms facing up. And scan the body, feeling the echo of the pose, the effects of these asanas we've just done. Feel free to pause the video if you want even more time in your rebound, but if you're ready to go into our next asana, let's gently turn onto the right side now. And then we're going to bend at the right knee, so bending the bottom leg here, reaching for it with the opposite arm behind us, allowing the shoulders to ground to the mat here. Now you can begin to gently scissor the legs, bringing the top leg forward and bringing the bottom leg back, allowing a bend in that top leg now as well. So the further apart that you move the legs, the more intense this will be. The closer they are together, the easier it will be. Wherever you're at, make sure that both shoulders are still touching the mat. And if you're having trouble reaching the foot today, with that hand behind your back, you can maybe use a prop like a strap or a rope or something to wrap around your foot and hold with the other end, so you can begin on just pulling that foot back with the help of your arm. Take an inhale, scanning the body. As you exhale, begin to release any resistance, being heavy in this pose, relaxing through the hips, the back, the groin and glutes, even relaxing the arms, the feet and the ankles. Inhale into that low belly again. And exhale, letting go. Inhale, imagine drawing that breath into any areas of tension. And as you exhale, imagine that tension slowly melting out of the body. We have less than 1 minute here, so once again, I will leave you to enjoy this moment. Great job with your next exhale. Slowly begin to release the body, coming back onto your side again. And then we're going to take it right over to the other side, beginning on the left side this time. Bending that left leg, so bottom leg is bending, reaching for it with the right arm. Allowing both shoulders to reach to the ground. And then begin to move the legs apart from each other now. Bottom leg going backward, top leg coming forward, bending at the knee. Being sure those shoulders are staying grounded. Once you have found your edge, settle into that stillness again, returning to the breath. Using this free tool we have to take our focus deeper, to take our practice deeper, our poses. This tool to be able to help us when our mind is overwhelmed, distracted. We always have this point to come back to, this continual flow of the inhale and the fall with the exhale to fix our focus on. As opposed to most forms of yoga, Yin Yoga, when we hold poses for 3+ minutes, targets the fascia and deepest layers of connective tissue. So while it may seem like maybe we're hitting areas that aren't directly the hips or the pelvic region, everything is so connected because the fascia is a webbing that runs throughout an entire body, holding everything together. It's the main connective tissue within us that gives us our form. And since this webbing is like planes throughout our body, running in certain directions across certain areas, a disruption of one area of the fascia may manifest issues in another area along that plane of the fascia. So it's important to release many areas, not just one area in particular. And as you begin releasing areas where you notice tension or stiffness, then your body will begin to speak to you, telling you which areas to release next. It's something that sort of happens naturally when you get in this habit of coming inward, of quieting the mind so that you can actually listen to the body. All right, great job. When you're ready, go ahead and gently release the body once more, gently finding your way onto your back for another short rebound. Tucking those shoulder blades down and back, finding a nice neutral position, and feeling the echo of the pose again. Again, feel free to pause the video if you want more time in this rebound. But if you are ready to go on, we are going to take our next pose, which is the hanging bridge pose. So for this, you'll need a prop such as a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a thick book or even a block of wood maybe that you have in your garage, or anything else that is similar height or will give you the support that you need for this pose. So we're going to be placing this whichever direction is best for you, and it's going to go under the sacrum, which is this part of our low back where it meets the glutes, where you have this kind of flat area. So once you find that right position, go ahead and extend the legs ahead of you. And you can allow the arms to either rest at the sides with the palms facing up, or maybe make a T with the arms, or even place them overhead if you want to get this nice extension through the arms as well. We're going to be in this pose for 3 minutes, and I'm going to leave you extra time here to go inward, to enjoy the stillness and the quiet. And I'd encourage you to really focus on anchoring to that breath and being aware of what your body is trying to speak to you as we're here. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Exhale fully and slowly. Let all the air go. And whenever you're ready, gently lift the hips to remove your prop and settle back down onto your back, finding our final Savasana now. Gently tucking the shoulder blades down and back. Arms at the sides, palms facing up. As you inhale one more time, scan through the body, noticing any remaining areas of tension. And with your next long and slow exhale, see if you can let go of that resistance. Imagining yourself sinking a little deeper into the mat beneath you. Again, inhale, relaxation into the body, calm into the mind. And exhale, surrendering to relaxation as the body sinks another inch into the surface beneath you. I'd encourage you to stay in your Savasana even longer today if you have the time. But if you're ready to finish with me and get on with your day, then begin bringing some gentle movement back into the fingers and the toes. Maybe nod the head side to side. And in your own time, turn onto your right side and meet me seated at the center of the mat for our final closing breath together. Taking an inhale as you reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer, heart center, as you acknowledge yourself with gratitude for taking the time to honor your mind and body in this way today. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me. I truly hope that you enjoyed this class and that it has brought something positive into your life for you today. Next week, for class 4 of our pelvic floor focus series, I have for you a Yang class where we'll be working on some deep core engagement. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can be alerted as classes are released so you don't miss any new content. And as always, if you enjoyed this class, would you please do me a huge favor and be sure to like this video. Liking and subscribing are the two best and easiest ways that you can support this channel and help me expand my reach. Now, if you do wish to help support this channel further and you'd like to consider being a patron, I now have memberships available with some small perks that come with those, and those are anywhere from, I believe, $2.99 to about $25 a month, and you can find more about those on my channel page. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you soon, my friends. Namaste.